Hi, family. My name is Jacqueline Clements, and I am a birth and traditional postpartum doula. I am inviting you for a sneak peek into some of the materials that we use in our traditional postpartum services. So I'm going to go ahead and spin my camera around and show you a couple of goodies. So here we have the ceremonial tray. As you can see, we're utilizing Moroccan olive oil soap, apple mint. We've even got some Gasul clay here. We have henna. So the Gasul clay, the henna, and the olive oil soap, these three items here, those are what we use to do the hammam steam bath, which is an amazing detoxifying and cleansing bath for postpartum mothers. These herbs here in the back, the Wise 4 is utilized for the womb steam, and the apple mint tea is also utilized for the womb steam. Over here we have the Revive, Reclaim, Restore book, which is written by Layla B. about the traditional Moroccan postpartum medicine. Over here are the goodies. We've got some Moroccan argan oil, red cress seed, Bakur incense, and Ras al Hanout, which is spices that we cook with. The Bakur goes, that's the incense. The cress seed is a part of the ceremonial tray. Argan oil is amazing for your hair and for your skin. We also have Moroccan rose water and orange blossom water. Now, some of what you see in addition, the teapot, we serve Moroccan mint tea with every session that we're doing, whether we're closing the bones or if we're doing a hammam steam. This is a gorgeous incense holder, which is where we're lighting the Bakur. This is our Corsia wrap. The Corsia wrap is one of the key components excuse me, to closing the bones. So when we are wrapping the nafsfa, which is the new mother, we are wrapping head to toe with that Corsia cloth. This is also another hand-woven traditional Moroccan cloth, Corsia cloth, that is utilized. Typically the new mother is lying down on that cloth, which is unfolded and all the way opened, and then her body is being closed and binded with this black and white Corsia. Over here we have an amazing and gorgeous womb steam box. And so in the womb steam process, you're actually sitting on top of the box, which has a bowl of herbs with steaming hot water that produces a steam that actually steams the yoni, the pelvic area, the vagina, through that opening there at the top. This brass container that I have the Corsia in, this is actually used in the hammam steam and bathing process to pour warm water and rinse off the gasul and olive and henna that we are applying to the body. When we're applying that olive soap, the henna, and the clay, we're actually using one of these, which are amazing for exfoliation. And so we're actually scrubbing head to toe with this exfoliation mitt. I love it. One of my faves. I was actually introduced to those exfoliation mitts in a Korean bathhouse, and my gosh, your skin is gonna be smooth as a baby's butt, literally. Like, it's one of the most amazing experiences that I partake in, that I really do enjoy. Mostly everything else you see here is going to be decorative, which is just to honor the royalty and the celebration that's taking place. These are some gorgeous containers. On the ritual tray, there's typically several dates here. So we would get some medjool dates, and they'll be placed here, as well as the red cress seed which can go in either of these containers, but that is what actually goes there. These are some candles. Those are gorgeous. I probably will never ever actually burn those, but I always have some beautiful white candles that are lit as well as a part of the process. These are, again, just some of the items that are included in the usage of what we're doing, traditional postpartum medicine, and the services that we're providing. Every single one of these ingredients that I've showed you is either handmade, carved, painted, sourced from Morocco. I am certified as a traditional Moroccan postpartum doula through the NASFA Project School, which is facilitated through Layla B. I also am a certified trainer as well through her same program, and we are starting our traditional postpartum doula trainings here in the U.S. I am a part of the first cohort of teachers. I think there's maybe 7 of us worldwide, and there's more enrolling every day. But it really has just been an amazing, tremendous journey. And I know sometimes we hear philosophies and we hear descriptions, and all of that is amazing. But I just wanted to hop on and just literally show you the items, and that way you can kind of see what it might be like to experience these amazing services with these products. And for me, I did not receive these services postpartum, but even when I'm providing these services and supporting my clients, it really is such an amazingly healing experience. You feel royal, even as the person providing the service. It's like, to be able to honor someone in that way, it's an amazing experience. The Ras Al Hanout is an amazing spice blend that I was introduced to years ago, actually, from Trader Joe. They did a series or something, and they had Ras Al Hanout as a part of their spice pack, and I loved it. So when I started this training a few years ago, and I realized that this was a staple spice blend in Morocco that is to be used to prepare the food for postpartum families, I was like, oh my gosh, of course, love it. And so there's a whole process of preparing food for the family. There's a process of steaming the new mom, whether it's the womb steam or in the shower doing that hot bathing and scrubbing of the skin, exfoliating, removing all of those toxins. That's, if you know anything about clay is an amazing detoxifier through the skin as well as internally. And so each of these ingredients is so intentional. And, in our day and age, everything is what's the science? What's the background? What's the deets on this? And the amazing part of this work and these particular practices is that the more science progresses, the further along we get, we understand the power of detoxification. We understand the power of stimulating the lymphatic system by scrubbing. These are the things that are taking place in these particular practices. We understand the importance of realigning the body and your organs postpartum. So when we're closing the bones, it actually has a purpose scientifically to help the postpartum body heal, right? When we are burning these amazing spices in the air, it provides a sort of aromatherapy. We're understanding now the science and the impact of aromatherapy. We are understanding how important it is to have focus and dedicated attention on yourself, and how therapeutic that alone can be. And so, again, as someone who is serving families and providing these services, it's also equally as healing for me, preparing, setting things up, being intentional. I'm a foodie. I love to cook and dance, and sometimes just have a glass of red wine as I'm preparing food and just filling it with love and intention. And even doing that is just so super healing. And so this entire process is, as I've experienced it, one that heals not only the traditional postpartum doula as a woman showing up in service to my community, but it also heals the families intentionally. And they are scientific documentation that the different practices that we're utilizing are helpful in one way or another, as well as honoring the new mother. So hopefully that gives you a little bit more insight into what this all entails. Obviously, during each session, there's music, there's love, there's laughter, there's food. We're breaking bread. We're really being intentional to show up for the new mothers in our community, and we're feeling good. We're smelling good. We're steaming the birth and pregnancy experience. We're detoxifying that. That alone is just such an amazing feeling. It really is. I love saunas. I love getting my full body scrubs. And there's an invigoration that takes place when you actually receive those services. And so to be able to see that invigoration happen post-birth, you're up possibly breastfeeding and you're exhausted and you feel like you don't have any energy at all. And then here we are, at your 40 days or before for some people, where you now have your postpartum doula coming in, ready to serve, ready to invigorate, ready to pour into you and nourish you as you have been nourishing that new baby for the last few weeks or so after you've given birth. And so it really is a very cyclical and circular experience. And again, it's an amazing honor every time. So if you have any questions about traditional postpartum care, what's involved, how long the processes are, if you're interested in learning any of these services to support your family or your community, or if you're just looking to up-level your birth-based business, these are all areas that training as a postpartum doula can add to your life. Personally for me, I'm looking forward to the day that my daughters grow up and have children and I can actually be a part of nourishing and honoring them in their way into motherhood. And so reach out at www.delaluzwellness.com. That's DELALUZWELLNESS.com. My name is Jacqueline Clemens. You can find me at I am Jacqueline Clemens on IG. You can find me at delaluzwellness.com. I also have a nonprofit, Akio New Birth Foundation, where we're actually providing meal support and mental health support to postpartum families. I am extremely passionate about supporting expectant and postpartum families and doing whatever I can on a one-to-one basis or through the companies that I'm founding and facilitating services through. So I would love to meet you. I would love to even hear your postpartum stories. And again, if you're interested in any trainings and becoming a traditional postpartum doula, I encourage you to visit us at delaluzwellness.com and look into when the next training is. I know upcoming, we have April 9th through 10th in Aurora, Colorado. We have June 4th through 5th, I believe, that weekend in Baltimore, Maryland, and then after that we'll be doing trainings quarterly in Dallas, Texas. So I cannot wait to meet you. I cannot wait to go on this journey to basically reclaim postpartum love and care for our communities. So we'll talk soon, and you guys have an amazing rest of your day.